Do you ever worry and struggle with following up with your prospects to try and keep on top of everything? And maybe you're looking for a better way to do things. I'm just going to share with you kind of three big things that make following up really, really hard for network marketing or coaching, whatever you're doing. And then a few tips that have helped me and things that you can do to just make life a bit easier. So my name is Jenny Stevens, and I help network marketers, direct sellers, and affiliate marketers learn how to build their businesses online using the internet, using systems, so you can really help you get more leads, convert those into more sales, and recruit more teammates. So following up can be one of those things. It's so important to do, yet when we're doing things a certain way, it can make this task really, really hard. And say that's certainly something that I felt when I was building my network marketing business. Was there's just a few things that just made it really, really difficult. So three of the things that make it really hard. One is if you're doing things manually, it makes it so, or it can, make it so difficult. I certainly found by doing things manually, it was really time consuming. It was taking a lot of time to, because you're doing things one-on-one, you're following up with one person at a time. So, if you are limited with time in your day, maybe you've got a full-time job, you've got kids to look after, whatever you're doing, that's, we don't all have all day to be following up with people. So, it really can just take a lot of time, which we don't all have, doing things one-on-one. The other thing I found was that it can be really disorganized. Again, trying to actually organize and keep on top of everything. I don't know if you feel the same. Is, it can make you feel like you're in a bit of a muddle, so whatever you're doing, if you are using lists, if you like your lists and writing things down, keeping on top of who to follow up with, how many times have you already followed up, where are they in your process of, have they watched the presentation, do they need some more information, do they want to get on a three-way call, trying to keep on top of everything. If you're using spreadsheet, whatever you're doing, again, I found it just to be really difficult to stay on top of things, and feeling really disorganized. And then the other thing was that I really found, if ever you've had one of those moments where maybe you've forgotten to follow up with somebody and maybe they ended up signing up under somebody else, or maybe they bought your product through somebody else, and it's a real kick in the teeth. You've gone to all of that effort, you're the one that's maybe spoken to them, maybe you've introduced them to the concept of the product or the opportunity, but maybe you forgot to follow up, which, I've certainly done that before, and I've lost out on that team member or customer, and it's really frustrating, but it happens. And that's the problem. If you're doing things manually and you don't have a decent system in place to really help you with that whole follow-up process. So a couple of tips of things that worked for me and have helped me just be able to kind of go away from those feelings and that real manual process is one, if you are using things like Facebook Messenger, then there's quite a cool little thing in there. You can actually use labels, so you can actually kind of use notes if you're using a business page. I believe if you're using your business page to connect with people, then you can actually use little labels, so you can label them. So what I used to do, and I still do it now, is I will label it to follow up, and then second follow up, third follow up, and stuff like that, just so actually I could then filter by second follow up, and I'd have my kind of little scripts and messages that I'd written myself to kind of copy and paste in there, so I knew exactly it made things a lot easier. So that was just, if you are still wanting to do some of those things, that's just a little tip with Facebook Messenger anyway. But the first thing really is you want them to come to you. A lot of the time when it comes to prospecting, if you're kind of going with the prospecting anybody and everybody, then it's really going to go against you. Again, if you're limited with time, save yourself time, effort, and energy, and a lot of that rejection by making the people who are interested come to you. That absolutely was a huge difference in the way I felt about prospecting. I used to hate doing it. So by having people come to me, so I was only then spending time, and you can then only spend your time with those interested people. So it makes it a lot more enjoyable, a lot more productive with your time, and you're really not wasting your time and energy with people that just, those people that think it's this pyramid scheme and all that kind of stuff. Also, you want to control that follow-up. So again, when I first got started, my upline was saying, go out blitzing. So kind of, we'd have these sort of postcard size things, or I'd leave business cards around everywhere. But the problem with doing it that way means then I have no way of being able to follow up with people that maybe would have picked up that card, and maybe they just didn't feel comfortable reaching out and calling me, or sending me an email or whatever. So you really want to be in control of that follow-up, control what they see when they see it, and it means it's in your court in terms of that you are doing things. You control when things are following up with it, so you're not having to rely on somebody picking up the phone. The third thing is you really want to make it easy for them, so the great thing you can do is, especially if you're using some kind of systems, and the fourth tip is having it run automatically, is when you can have things running automatically, it makes it really easy for them. So you really want to try and make each step, every single thing, action you want them to take, make it really easy for them. So especially utilizing email means you can have a button on every single email that is kind of like, if you're ready to get started, or if you want to book a call with me, click here and schedule a call. Make it really easy for people to be able to get in touch with you, to be able to take the next step. Do you want to send them to more information? Do you want to send them to a video? Do you want them to get on a call with you? Do you want them to get started? Click here to get started. Whatever actions you want people to take, make it very, very easy for them. And you can do that so easily with email, because not only are you following up with them in a structured manner, you're making it so easy for them, so you now don't have to remember to follow up with people and potentially lose somebody. It's going to happen when it's right for them. You're going to be able to do, whether you have one thing per day for a week, whatever you want to do, you can make it so easy for them. So if you'd like to get more help with your follow-up, if you kind of think, yeah, do you know what, I need to get some automation in there, I want some help to be able to make the follow-up process much more simple, and time can, make it much more time effective, then I invite you to join me on my webinar. So tonight I'm running a free training. So if you click on the link above this video, there'll be a link that you can go and register for it now. That's it's going to be closing tonight. The webinar training is going to be tonight. And really what my aim for this training is to help you be able to double your downline sales, so your sales and your entire downline, without you having to double your workload. So utilizing email, utilizing effective follow-up systems and stuff for your business, so you can get more results without having to up that workload. I'm all about creating efficiency. I worked full time, and using these exact same strategies and methods was how I was able to build my business around my full-time job when I only had a couple of hours a day to be able to focus on my business. So if you'd like to get more help, register for that training. There are limited spots, so make sure you save your seat, turn up live. There's not going to be a replay for this training, but I really am looking forward to be able to sharing what's worked for me and continues to work for me even now, because I really want to help as many business owners as possible this year get more results and not be able to be chained to their phone or their laptops in their business. So register now, and I look forward to seeing you there. Take care. Bye.